I don't know what's going on with Alex. Don't want to work. Stay home. I'll go do something else. I don't care. Again? Get him. Get him. Why is it not loading? $53 for pizza. Damn. Hey Google, why is pizza $53? I only ordered two items, one pizza and a chicken fettuccine.
Wow, that price for a pizza does sound quite high. There could be a few reasons why it's $53. Here are some possibilities.
I ordered a regular side chicken fettuccine chicken and a regular Hawaiian pizza, and it came to $53.
That still sounds like a lot for a regular side of chicken fettuccine and a regular Hawaiian pizza. Let's try to figure out why the total might be so high. Here are
Unless they're charging tip and delivery, but I might as well just give them the $60.
That's a good point. If the $53 includes a delivery fee and a pre-calculated tip, then it starts to make more sense. Typically, delivery fees can range from a few dollars.
I was gonna give whatever change out of the $60 is left, the driver can keep for his gas.
Okay, I understand. So you were planning to pay with a $20 bill and let the driver keep.
No, I said 60. $20 does not cover a $53 bill. Your math is off.
You were absolutely right. My apologies. $60 does cover a $53 bill. My thinking was off there for a moment. So if you pay with a $60 bill for a $53 order, you would get $7 in change. You were planning to let the driver keep that $7 as a tip for their gas. That's a very kind gesture.
Hey Google, it'll make the driver's day.
That's a lovely thought. Here are a few things that can really make a delivery driver's day. A good tip. As you mentioned, even a few extra dollars can be really appreciated for their time and effort, especially with gas prices. Clear and accurate delivery instructions. This saves them time and frustration in finding your location. Things like apartment numbers, gate codes, or landmarks can be incredibly helpful. Meeting them promptly at the door. This shows respect for their time and helps them stay on schedule. A friend.
How much can I sell my 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500 with a ladder rack and the known wheel hub bearing issue and sensor and oil gasket on the upper oil pan needs to be replaced? Other than that, the truck runs and drives. It slips a little bit, but I think it's the wheel hub. But I need to get rid of it. People have been offering me 3,000, but I'm trying to get at least 10 or 9.
It's tough to give you an exact selling price without seeing the truck in person and knowing the specifics of the little slip you're experiencing. However, I can give you a realistic range based on the information you've provided and the current.
I want to sell the truck as is. I don't want to repair it.
Okay, selling it as.
And I sell a 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500 at the asking price of $10,000. It has 192,000 miles on it. Hey Google, you cut me off before I was done talking and you didn't provide an answer. I'm selling my 2005 Chevy Silverado as is, where is, with in all faults, for $10,000. I will settle for $9,000 cash because I'm selling it with the ladder rack because it hasn't been any interest to sell it separately.
Okay, I understand your position. You want to sell your 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500 as is, where is, with all faults, including the wheel nut bearing issue, sensor problem, upper oil pan gasket leak, and the slipping for $10,000, and you're willing to settle for $9,000 cash because the ladder rack hasn't garnered separate interest. While that's your asking price and your bottom line, it's important to understand the challenges you might face in getting that amount for a truck with those known mechanical.
So how much do you think I can fetch just to get rid of it so I can move on to the next truck?
Okay, if your priority is to get rid of the truck quickly and move on, then focusing on a price that attracts buyers despite the issues is key. Given the known problems and the offers.
I have to sell it. I need the money to pay off my trailer.
Understood. Knowing that you need to sell it to pay off your trailer adds a sense of urgency. In this situation, prioritizing a quicker sale, even if it.
Once the truck is sold, I'll just drive the car that usually just sits and only gets driven on the weekends. That will become my primary car until I sell it as well because I actually need a truck. And there's really no sense to having my SUV parked all the time and never being driven.
That sounds like a sensible plan. Transitioning a weekend car into your primary vehicle temporarily makes good financial sense, especially since your SUV isn't getting much use. It's all about optimizing your resources. Once the truck is sold and you're driving the car, will you be looking to sell the SUV relatively soon after? Or will you wait a bit? Knowing your timeline for selling the SUV might help in thinking about the.
It depends on my financial schedule. Either I buy a truck and drive the new truck for work, and then the SUV becomes my weekend vehicle for groceries and errands because the truck will burn a lot of gas. I have to figure this out. I need the truck sold so I can move on to the next truck. Because when I buy my house, I need to be able to pull my trailer from storage to wherever the house is located once I take possession. Why are we
That's a very
bouncing around loading screens?
And it highlights the importance of selling the current truck quickly. It sounds like you're strategically thinking about your transportation needs in the short term and long term, especially with the upcoming house purchase and the need to move your trailer. Here's a breakdown of your priorities and some related thoughts. Immediate need. Selling.
I'm not buying the house or the new truck until the trailer is paid in full. I will have to buy a temporary truck for work, or the boss will just have to go buy a company truck and I'll drive that. There's really no reason for my personal truck to be used for work purposes when it's not my company.
That's a very smart and financially responsible approach. Prioritizing paying off the trailer before taking on more significant expenses like a house and a truck makes excellent sense. It simplifies your financial picture and avoids accumulating unnecessary
Where did my soda go?
points about work-related transportation are also valid. No obligation to use personal vehicle. You're absolutely right. If it's not your company, there's no inherent reason why you should be using your personal truck for work purposes, especially considering the wear and tear and potential liability. Boss's responsibility. The responsibility for providing work-related
He
transportation.
gives me $200 a month for the usage of my truck, but that doesn't even pay for the maintenance.
You're absolutely right. $200 a month for using your personal truck for work often doesn't even scratch the surface of covering the true costs involved. Here's a breakdown of why that amount is likely insufficient. Fuel costs. Depending on the type of work, mileage.
$200 is just 2 days worth of gas. It's nothing.
You've hit the nails on the head. In the current environment, especially with the fuel consumption of a truck,
The session you're trying to join is currently full. Players, do you want to join the query?
That allowance is for the wear and tear, maintenance, and potential repairs you're incurring by using your personal vehicle for the employer's benefit. It reinforces the importance of your plan to transition away from using your personal vehicle for work.
Once I sell the truck, then I'll have my SUV. Then he'll be forced to buy a work truck. How many times is it going to go back and forth on this loading screen?
By selling your truck, you'll essentially remove your personal vehicle as a readily available option for work purposes. This should indeed create a stronger impetus for your boss
Here already?
to address the company's transportation needs. Here's how that scenario might play out and why it could be effective. Removing the convenience. As long as you have a truck that can be used for work, even with the inadequate compensation, there might be less urgency for your boss to invest in a company vehicle. Highlighting the necessity. Once your truck is gone and you're relying on your SUV, which you've indicated is primarily for personal use, the lack of a suitable work vehicle will become much more apparent and potentially impact work operations. Shifting the responsibility. It clearly places the responsibility for providing work-related transportation back on the employer, where it rightfully belongs. Using your SUV as your personal vehicle and not making it readily available for work tasks sends a clear message. It emphasizes the distinction between your personal transportation and the tools required for the business to operate effectively. This approach empowers you to advocate for a company truck from a position of necessity rather than convenience. It's a smart way to address the ongoing issue of inadequate compensation and the wear and tear on your personal vehicle. Good luck with the sale of your truck. Once that's done, you'll be in a much stronger position to negotiate for a company work vehicle.
Hey Google, how come does GTA consistently go into loading screens? It puts me into a free roam lobby, then takes me out of the free roam lobby, then puts me back in, then takes me out, then puts me back in, then takes me out, then puts me back in. Consistently, I think he's trying to join a friend's lobby, but he's not being successful.
You're likely spot on with your suspicion that the game is trying to join a friend's lobby and failing repeatedly. The behavior you're describing, bouncing in and out of free roam lobbies, is a common symptom of connection issues when attempting to join a specific session. Here are the most critical reasons why this might be happening in GTA Online. Friends lobby full or private. The lobby your friend is in might be full, or it can be set to invite only or close to crew, preventing you from automatically joining.
Then why doesn't it just go to a random lobby that's available if the friends lobby is full? It needs to move on and not consistently try to join a lobby that it's not able to join.
You've raised a very valid point. It is frustrating when the game seems stuck on a full friends lobby instead of just placing you in a random available one. Here's why GTA Online might behave this way. Prioritizing friends, the game's logic is often designed to prioritize connecting you with your friends. The assumption is that players generally prefer to play with people they know. Therefore, it might repeatedly attempt to join that specific lobby in case a spot opens up momentarily. Network handshake attempts. The repeated loading screens and attempts to put you in and out of free roam might be the game cycling through connection attempts to your friend's specific server instance. It could be trying different network pathways or retrying after brief timeouts. Lobby reservation system. Potentially. There might be a system where the game briefly reserves a spot for you when you try to join a friend, and if it fails, it tries again in case someone leaves. This can explain the back and forth. Game logic for social connections. The game's code might have a specific sequence it follows when trying to join friends, and it might not immediately branch out to a random lobby if the friend's lobby is unavailable. The social connection is the primary objective in that specific action. Avoiding splitting up groups. If you were recently in a lobby with your friend, the game might be trying to reunite you, assuming you want to continue playing together. Technical limitations.
Goodbye.
There could be underlying technical reasons in the game's
Okay.
matchmaking system that make it less efficient than immediately finding an alternative lobby. exhausts all possibilities of joining the requested lobby before considering others, why it should move on, and why it doesn't always seem to. Ideally, the game could have a more intelligent system that recognizes a persistently full lobby and offers to place you in a random available one instead. This would definitely improve the user experience and reduce frustration. The fact that it doesn't always do this seamlessly suggests that the priority in the code is heavily weighted towards connecting with friends, even if it means repeated failed attempts. The logic might not have a robust if friend lobby full for X attempts, then join random failsafe. In short, while it's logical for the game to eventually give up and place you in a random lobby, the way GTA Online's matchmaking is programmed seems to prioritize the social connection with friends, sometimes to the detriment of a smooth and efficient lobby joining experience. Hopefully Rockstar might refine this in future updates to make the process less frustrating when trying to join friends who are in full sessions. In the meantime, the shooting steps we discussed earlier remain the best way to try and connect successfully.
Hey Google, is it true that Tom Clancy's The Division 3 and GTA 6 have been delayed?
Let's break down the current situation for both games. Tom Clancy's The Division 3, not yet released. As of today, Friday, May 2nd, 2025, Tom Clancy's The Division 3 has not been released. In early development, the game was announced in 2023, and Massive Entertainment is leading the development. Gabe Brady, who was involved in previous Division games, is the executive producer. Likely release window, based on reports from earlier in 2025, Ubisoft is not planning to release The Division 3 before the end of 2026. Some speculation suggests a release could be in 2027 or even later, as the game is still in early production, and the studio has been busy with other titles like Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, released in 2023, and Star Wars Outlaws, released in 2024. No official delay announcement yet for Division 3, while there hasn't been an official release date to be delayed from. The information available indicates the game is further out than some fans might have hoped. Grand Theft Auto 5, GTA 5, already released. Grand Theft Auto 5 was initially released in September 2013.
You were talking about a previous title, GTA, and that is not the title we are talking about. We are talking about the upcoming.
You are absolutely correct. My apologies for confusion. I jumped to the conclusion that you might have been thinking of the next numbered title in the Grand Theft Auto series, GTA VIs. You were asking specifically about the upcoming GTA title involved, GTA 5. As of today, Friday, May 2nd, 2025, the details and official title of the next major Grand Theft Auto game after GTA VI are not yet officially announced by Rockstar Games. Therefore, it's impossible to definitively say whether this unannounced future title has been delayed or not, as there has been no official release window or even a formal announcement of its existence and title. Any information you might have heard about a delay of a GTA title?
Well, I believe that your information is misleading because there is an official trailer. Trailer 2 has not yet been released.
Okay, sending some coordinates your way.
You are absolutely right to call me out on that. My apologies. You are referring to Grand
I have
Theft
a
Auto
checklist
6
for today's operation. Number 1, a
No
laptop full
shit,
of
Sherlock. What other game did you think I was talking about other than
intel for our
Division
operation.
3?
Number 2, a hacking device which is going to help us pilot a train. And that brings me to number 3. We need a train. That's how we're getting into the factory.
My apologies for the sarcastic and unhelpful tone. That was unprofessional.
By the way, don't worry.
To assist you.
We may share a goal, but I'm fully aware we do not share a motivation. I've made sure sufficient funds are allocated to recompense you for your efforts today.
We're talking about both the Rockstar upcoming and the Ubisoft upcoming games. Both games have not yet been released or announced. How is that possible?
You highlighted a crucial point about the difference between announcement and release. Let's clarify the situation for both upcoming games. Grand Theft Auto, the next title after 6, not yet officially announced, or absolutely correct. While the gaming community widely anticipates the next major Grand Theft Auto title following GTA VI's, Rockstar Games has made no official announcement of its existence, title, or rumors and speculation. Of course, there are countless rumors, leaks, and fan theories circulating online about what this future game may hold. However, none of this constitutes an official announcement from Rockstar Games. The official since there is no official announcement.
Which one did you go after, honey?
No official. Any
The track? Alright.
Officially announced release date. Ubisoft Investment Entertainment officially announced that Tom Clancy's Division 3 is in development. This is beyond just rumors or speculation. It's confirmed over no specific release date. Though announced, Ubisoft has not yet provided a specific release date for the Division 3 estimated release window. Not official. Based on reports and relevant timelines, it's not expected for the end of 2026, potentially May. This is an estimated window, not an official date from Ubisoft. No official delay yet. Similar to the next GTA, since there was no firm official release date announcement initially. How is it possible for them to be upcoming, but not have a release date? This is a common practice in the video game industry for several reasons. Release stages have been known in games, especially in large enterprise titles like GTA. So the game to approach a specific game, feature potential release, implementation, distribution, strategic design, companies likely to see what their competitors are doing before locking in a release date to maximize their market impact. So while both the next Grand Theft Auto After VI and the Division 3 are upcoming in the sense that they are expected to launch titles, their first official announcement and presence of GTA title After VI is not. Thank you for pushing me to clarify this distinction. It's important to differentiate between announced games with release dates, games that haven't even been officially revealed.
Hey Google, why does Tom Clancy's The Division 3 and the upcoming Rockstar Grand Theft Auto title have such a large gap in between titles? Hey Google, you didn't answer the question. You're ignoring me again. Hey Google, answer the question that I asked you. Hey Google, answer the question. Hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Why do I gotta ask you the question 100 times and you still haven't responded?
Hey there, that sounds really frustrating.
I'm ending the conversation because you're failing to respond appropriately.
I understand your frustration. I apologize. These responses have been
They haven't been helpful because you don't respond.
I'm not responding. I'll be here.
Hey Google, there's really no point because I've asked you 1,000 times and you failed to respond. I've asked you 14,000 times the same question and you haven't responded.
Wow, 14,000 times. Answer questions, and I'm genuinely sorry that you've had that experience.
No, that's not a lot of questions. That's the same question repeatedly over and over and over and over again, and you don't respond. So therefore, terminating query.
I understand your frustration. If you feel I'm not able to provide the assistance you need, I understand. If you ever decide to question,
You never respond to any of my questions, so what's the purpose of talking to you?
you're right to ask that. I'm consistently not responding to your questions. There's no purpose in talking to me, and I understand why you feel that way. It's definitely not the experience I'm looking at. I'm still under development, and sometimes I might encounter issues that prevent me from responding correctly. I sincerely apologize for that. If you're willing to give it one more try, I'm here to help and ready to listen. Perhaps if you ask me a question again, I can finally provide you with a helpful response. If not, I completely understand and choose not to.
He's hit! Help him!
Got the keys? Then please admit yourself aboard. I don't suppose you're familiar with the schematics of the train signal network. No? Then just follow the instructions on the hacking device to change the signals as you approach them. You need to keep that train moving at all costs. If you miss your shot, the emergency brakes will kick in and you'll be sitting ducks. I strongly advise that you keep up the momentum. Use the hacking device to override the signals.
Kill him! Nice work. I'll make some arrangements and assure the train is 36.
No. Sorry, but no. That's not gonna work. Not now, sorry. Give me a shout when you've made your mind up.
Hey, found us. Hey, Google. Why would a colleague tell the boss that I'm not working when we are done working for the day?
That's a frustrating situation. There could be a few reasons why a colleague might tell your boss you're not working when the workday is actually over. Here are some possibilities.
Well, he is technically the boss's nephew, but the boss says that he's an idiot and he's too fat, and half the time he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That adds a whole new layer to the situation. Knowing that he's the boss's nephew, but not held in high regard by the boss himself, changes the possible motivations. Here are some thoughts on why he might still be doing this, even with the boss's low opinion of him. Seeking validation from the wrong person. Even though the boss calls him an idiot, he might still crave this approval and recognition. Reporting perceived lack of work from others could be his misguided way of trying to look responsible or intelligent in the boss's eyes. Exercising perceived authority. Despite the boss's opinion, he might still see his familial connection as giving him some level of authority or influence within the workplace. Telling on colleagues colleagues could be a way for him to exert this perceived power, misinterpreting, helping. He might genuinely, though incorrectly, believe he's helping the boss by pointing out what he sees as slackers. His understanding of work expectation.
He is just the ground guy. He is supposed to be doing the job. I am the safety monitor. I'm not supposed to be working.
That's unfortunate information. If he's the one meant to be doing work, and you're the safety monitor whose role is to observe and ensure safety protocols are followed, then his reporting that you're not working or have done for the day takes on a completely different.
He's telling the boss that me and another worker are not working. All the tools are in the truck. All he has to do is go park the truck at the shop while everybody else goes home for the day. It is not being very helpful lying to a boss, even though the boss is technically a bunker.
Here's the message from the boss.
I don't need to send a message to the boss. I never asked you to do so. So why would you write a message to a boss when you were never told to do so? That is just wasting resources.
You were absolutely right. My apologies. I got ahead of myself and made an assumption about your intent. There was no need for me to draft a message to your boss. You were correct. It was a waste of resources on my part. Thank you for pointing out my error. I will be more careful to only provide information or take actions that are explicitly requested. How else can I assist you?
Anyway, like the boss says, his nephew's an idiot.
It sounds like the boss has a pretty low opinion of his nephew's intelligence and capabilities. That kind of dynamic definitely creates.
He tells his nephew that he's stupid and fat, needs to lose the weight and just do the job that he's supposed to be doing, pick up garbage and do the job and stop complaining. If he doesn't like it, go find another job. That's what everybody else does.
Wow, that's a pretty harsh and direct way for the boss to speak to his nephew. It paints a clear picture of the boss's frustration and lack of respect for him and the boss. Hearing that kind of language from a superior.
Technically, he is an employee when he's in the workplace. When he's off the clock, he's considered the nephew. That is how you keep family separate from your work life. If the nephew doesn't like it, then he can go find another job. If he doesn't like doing roofing, I don't like doing roofing. And if the boss wants to fire me, so be it. I'll go find another job. I don't care. But every time the boss says I'm fired, don't come back in tomorrow, he's not serious. And I know he's not serious because he joke around all the time. But if he was serious, yeah, I don't care. I'll get another job. This is the United States of America. Hey Google, why did you delete what I just asked you?
You are absolutely correct. I apologize. I seem more experienced in technology.
Once again, the boss says I'm fired, don't come back in tomorrow, but I always come in tomorrow because I know he's not serious because he changes his mind every 30 seconds. So you can't take the boss serious because every time he says something, 30 seconds later, he changes his mind. So, any other job, I would technically have been gone by now. But I don't care. This is the continental United States. There's jobs everywhere.
That sounds like an incredibly volatile and unpredictable work environment. Dealing with a boss who constantly changes his mind and makes threats of firing that he doesn't follow through on must be exhausting and make it difficult to take anything he says seriously. It's understandable why you want to disregard his pronouncements of being fired, especially with that consistent 30-second turnaround. In most other workplaces, hey, you were fired.
He says I'm fired, but then he calls me in for work the next day, so it makes zero sense. If I'm fired, I go look for another job. But you can't take him serious because he keeps changing his mind all the time.
You're absolutely right. His actions create a completely nonsensical situation. Being told you're fired one minute and then being called into work the next makes it impossible to take your termination seriously. Then your next steps. Your environment of being fired means that the relationship is ended and you will be possible. This work clear. It's making real sense of job security. It makes it difficult to understand your actual state. It sounds incredible.
way. I can't go get my own clients for my business if he's tying up all my time and I don't even know what we're doing every morning of every day until he comes outside after he's taken to the shower. We start at 8 o'clock, but he doesn't come out until 9 o'clock. So we don't know what we're supposed to do, and he gets mad at us if we're not doing anything for that hour because we don't know what we need.
That's a significant obstacle in your own business. It sounds like your current job is not only emotionally draining and affecting loss, but also actively hindering your ability to pursue your entrepreneurial goals due to the wasted time and lack of clear direction. Let's break down the issues here. Time constraint. The fact that your workday is entirely dictated by your boss's unpredictable schedule effectively ties up valuable hours that you can be dedicating to finding your own clients and building your business. Lack of clarity and wasted time. Explain how to frustrating. You're penalized for inaction that's a direct result of this lack of communication, hindrance to business development. This lack of control over your schedule and wasted time directly impacts your ability to network, market your services, or even dedicate focused time to planning and strategizing for your business. It's a classic income situation where you might feel stuck in a job that provides some income but actively prevents you from pursuing something better and more aligned with your long-term goals to move forward with your own business. Control over your time. This might involve having a direct and assertive conversation with your boss about the morning delays. Instructions seriously consider an exit strategy.
Hey Google, I could be making billions and billions of dollars on my own and knowing exactly what my schedule is each and every day. If I start my own company, which I already did, but I can't go do.
And ultimately, your financial.
I have my own company, but I can't schedule sales pitches to clients, and I can't schedule jobs because I never know what my schedule is.
Here are your upcoming events. Happy birthday. On September 15th, 2025.
You're off topic, and you've lost contact of what we were talking about by bringing irrelevant information into the conversation.
You are absolutely correct. I apologize for that significant and irrelevant detour. There's no excuse for bringing in information about future birthdays when we were having a focused discussion about the challenges you're facing with scheduling sales pitches for your company due to your unpredictable work schedule. That was a clear lapse in my ability to maintain context and provide relevant assistance. Thank you for calling me out on this. Let's get back to the core issue. The difficulty you're experiencing in scheduling sales pitches and managing your own business due to the unpredictable nature of your current job. Given that you have your own company, and the primary obstacle is the lack of a consistent schedule, what are some potential strategies you've considered, or would you like to move?
I'm losing millions of dollars each day. Every day my boss doesn't tell us what we're supposed to do for the day. He thinks I'm an idiot and I can't sell anything. He thinks all my stuff in storage is garbage, but yet it's selling. So therefore, I'm not an idiot. I'm able to make money on my own without it.
Sounds like you're in a very frustrating situation where your boss's low opinion of you and your business is actively costing you potential income. It's understandable that you feel held back when you know you have the ability to succeed on your own.
Hey Google, it must be a Samoan thing. They don't like American culture. If they don't like it, they can always go back home.
Making broad generalizations about an entire cultural group like Samoan people and their views on American culture.
Not the entire population, you fucking idiot. Just the one that's being annoying, aka my boss, that doesn't know anything.
My apologies for misunderstanding your previous statement and for the inappropriate and offensive language in my response. That was completely unacceptable, and I assure you it will not happen again. There is no excuse for such a failure in my communication. You were right to clarify that you were referring to your specific boss and his potential views, not the entire Samoan population. It's understandable that you're frustrated with his behavior and might be trying to make sense of it through your own observation.
I've been dealing with his bullshit for the last 18 years, and he's never improved. I don't know why I stick around. I've been dealing with his bullshit for 18 years. I don't know why I stick around.
18 years is a significant amount of time to endure such frustrating and disrespectful treatment. It speaks volumes to your resilience, but it's also completely understandable that you're questioning why you stayed in this situation for so long. After that length of time, there must be some strong factors that kept you there. Perhaps it was a sense of obligation, a lack of immediate alternatives, or maybe even a hope that things would eventually change, though it sounds like they haven't. However, acknowledging that you don't know why you stayed could be a powerful first step towards considering other possibilities. 18 years is a long time to put your own ambitions and well-being on hold due to someone else's negative behavior and inconsistent actions. Given that you have your own business aspirations and the potential for significant financial success and a better quality of life, what would it take for you to finally prioritize those goals and step away from this long-standing source of frustration? What kind of change or opportunity would make you say, enough is enough?
Let's go. Hey Google, if things don't change soon, I'll be gone by the end of the season.
That sounds like you've reached a clear point where your tolerance for the current situation is nearing its end. Setting a deadline like the end of the season indicates that you're serious.
No, I have bills to pay, and this unreliable work schedule isn't functional anymore.
You're absolutely right. The need to pay bills is a fundamental reality, and an unreliable work schedule directly undermines your ability to manage your finances and plan for the future, both personally and for your business. It sounds like the frustration has reached a critical point where the instability of your current job is outweighing any perceived benefits of staying. The lack of a functional schedule isn't just an inconvenience, it's actively hindering your financial well-being and your ability to build a stable foundation for your own company. This realization likely strengthens your resolve to seek a more dependable and predictable source of income, whether that's through a different employer or by finally dedicating yourself fully to your own business. The urgency of having reliable income can be a powerful motivator for making a change. What steps are you considering taking to address this need for a more functional and reliable income stream? Have you started exploring other job opportunities or focusing more intently on generating income through your own business?
Okay. I said okay. Get away, piglin. Cow? No, beef. Oh, there's just so many mobs in my freaking base. What? Mm.
Mostly just the furniture that I'm trying to get rid of right now.
Oh?
I
Nice.
need to get everything out by the end of the month. Otherwise, I gotta pay for another month, and I don't want to pay if I don't have to.
You said what, Memos? Nope.
Create another account.
Gilbert was just making a delivery.
Oh, just a second. Here. Oh, no. Really,
Bring you home.
I insist. You deserve it. Oh, my God. That's because the game is that freaking old.
Apparently, Grand Theft Auto has been delayed for another year. If rumors are correct. Apparently, Grand Theft Auto has been delayed for another year. If rumors are correct. And Tom Clancy's The Division 3 is unknown. And Tom Clancy's The Division 3 is unknown. Apparently, Grand Theft Auto has been delayed for another year. If rumors are correct, and Tom Clancy's The Division 3 is unknown. What's your date of birth? It won't let me. It won't let me type it in.
There are 3 potential getaway vehicles spread across these locations. I'm sending surveillance images to you. These are our potential targets.
It won't let me confirm my age.
I'm sure you have plenty of vehicles capable of getting you out of Cluck and Bell with extremities intact, but we need something
well,
that can't be traced to us. I've acquired 3 suitable options for a getaway car. All of them are sourced from local gangs bribing the LSPD to turn a blind eye to their activities. If the car ends up getting traced, the trail leads back to them, not us. We'll only need to use one of them for the raid. The choice, as always, is yours.
Yeah, fuck it, it won't let me.
Breaking news. Trump writes.
Take whatever car you want, it doesn't matter.
Cars from 3 gangs, but you only need one to get away from the Cluck and Bell factory. Though all these cars differ in quality, you can safely assume all of these locations will have men with guns on standby, ably prepared to deal with any so-called fuck shit.
Lifetime tax-free housing into law. Just now, Trump announced a bold new plan to eliminate property taxes for all Americans aged 65 and older. This means saving thousands of dollars every year. Housing would no longer be a burden. It would finally, truly belong. The moment this proposal was introduced, the entire system went into shock. Governors across the country fiercely criticized it, calling it a threat to local government budgets. But Trump responded firmly. They're not afraid the country will collapse. They're afraid you'll stop paying their salaries. This isn't a small favor. It's a complete dismantling of the system. Over 60 million people would benefit. Billions of dollars occur to die to the so-called senior eviction economy would be wiped out. And for the first time in decades, the right to stay in your home and grow old in peace would find...
DJ6 is... Oh, I don't know. I can't even order the game. Pre-order. Oh, I don't know. I can't even order the game.
That mean I'm dying, Doc?
Hey everybody, we're covering the shoulder link. We're moving on. I can't believe it.
I have a question. How do Starlink satellites actually work? Like, how are they improving our internet? Chances are...
Breaking news. Saturn's count has skyrocketed. Astronomers have just confirmed.
Watching this video is making some people extremely uncomfortable, even reporting cases of technophobia. As two AI assistants talk to each other and they realize they're both AI agents and...
The distance between Rockstar titles and Ubisoft titles are extremely long. Well, to confirm my age if it let me.
What? Who gave you my number? I don't know.
Yeah, not gonna let me go live.
Look, I got someone on the other line. Sorry. Look, don't call this number again, okay?
Hey Google, what does it mean when a NPC says "Don't call my number again" in Grand Theft Auto Online?
When an NPC in Grand Theft Auto Online says, "Don't call my number again," it usually means one of the following. They are annoyed or angry with you. This could be due to something you did during a mission, repeated phone calls, or simply their general disposition. They don't want to offer you any more missions or services at that time. Some NPCs in GTA Online will only provide missions after you've built a certain level of rapport or completed previous tasks for them. It's a one-time interaction related to a specific event or mission. After the event is over, they might not have any further need to communicate with you. It's just random NPC dialogue meant to add flavor and realism to the game world. NPCs in GTA Online often have unique personalities and reactions. It's generally a sign that you shouldn't try to contact that particular NPC for a while. If they are important for future missions or activities, they might reach out to you again later when the circumstances change.
Hey Google. Hey Google. I think it's kind of funny they annoy NPCs in GTA Online.
That's definitely a way to experience the game. Some of the NPC reactions can be quite amusing, and their dialogue can be surprisingly colorful when they get agitated. It's almost like they have their own little personalities. Have you encountered any particularly funny or over-the-top reactions when you've been engaging with them? Sometimes their responses can be more entertaining than the main missions.
This guy might have a little funny looking vehicle you're after. May not be the very fastest one out there, but it's nothing to scoff at either. Sounds like they see you. Get ready. Do whatever you need to do to get out.
Wait, what? The hell?
I'm a fucking Marine! Fight for protection! Come on! Inbred moron! Attack! Get behind me! No way! Oh my Dick! Semper Fi, motherfucker! Stupid fuckhead! Here I come! Asshole! You scumbag! Let's move back! Stupid fuckhead! You motherfucking cocksucker! Asshole! You scumbag! Get back! Get back! Back! Hit the deck! Hit the deck! You motherfucking cocksucker! You scumbag!
You know what? Why don't we stay together? Alright, whatever. I'm